Oh, my friends, Tiger is back. Let's talk about this past weekend at the Hero World Challenge. What are the takeaways from TW? The big cat is rocking it out. Man, I honestly did not think this day would happen. No way. But after the Masters, where he looked horrible, right? And we got to see him just hobbling around. He goes and he gets his ankle fused and another surgery, chalk another one up there, and it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. But what has he done that is transpired over the past 7-8 months? You know, he obviously has been working out. So we're going to talk about, he's looking jacked. All right, so we're going to talk about that a little bit here, and then we're going to look at some of his stats and just what are the takeaways from Tiger Woods being back. Let's just start with the obvious. His upper body is huge. I mean, it's bigger than ever. Dude is thick. And okay, that makes sense because he probably can't work out his lower body because of his leg. How do you do that? You can't do squats. You're not doing leg press. Your leg is damaged. So there's not much lower body activity going on. It's going to have to be a creative workout, to say the least. So he's not running. He might be swimming, which for the most part is going to be a lot of upper bodies. I mean, you look at these swimmers, their lats are enormous. So they have big backs and lats. So that's potentially what Tiger might be doing for some cardio work and getting that in. And he might be on a bike as well, stationary bike at home, doing some of that for cardio work. But again, that's not a huge, you can do that so it's more easy on your legs than not. So, okay. He's huge, and he's obviously focusing on upper body strength to create swing speed. Man, and his swing speed and his ball speed was up. So it's like, we're fine. We don't have to worry about anything in that area. Now, there's a lot of comments online about how he looked physically and what he might be doing to look that way. All right, we're not going to get into all that. I will say this, and there's certain things we know. So let's just focus on the things we actually know, not speculate on all these rumors out there, which, whatever. If you put yourself through what he's been through physically, what would you do if you had the resources to take care of your body? That's what I want to know. That's what you want to be healthy. You want to have a decent life. Do what you got to do is what I'm saying. But I'm not saying he's doing anything that's not okay in the world of sports. Because and we'll look at it like this. He's huge, all right? And Tiger has always said over the years that he loses a lot of weight. It's hard for him to keep weight on. And then during tournaments, he always loses weight. So tournament weeks, it's hard for him to stay, at the weight he likes to maintain. Well, he hasn't played for 8 months or whatever. So he hasn't been losing that weight on the golf course that he would normally lose. So what he's been doing is bulking up physically, like with his upper body, and he's been eating. Now, he's most likely has a very healthy diet, but nonetheless, you eat a lot, you work out a lot, you're going to get bigger. Your face is going to get bigger too, the more you eat. So if you're working out and eating, you're going to kind of puff up a bit. How do you trim down? We trim down by playing golf on the golf course. For him, that's how he's always been leaning out, is just by playing golf or running or doing that kind of activity, which he can't do that, but he can now walk and play golf. So you can tell that he is putting a lot of work into when he's golfing. He was sweating, okay? And we got to factor this part in too. He was sweating more than anybody else in the field. I'm like, where are they playing? I mean, they're in the Bahamas. So, okay, how hot is it out there? It was like high 70s, 80 maybe. I was checking the temperature. I was like, I think it maxed at 81 on the hottest day. So it's not that hot. And why is he sweating so much more than everybody else? Well, factor in his surgery, his ankle fusion, his back fusion, all this stuff. Basically, it takes him more effort to walk than everybody else because of the physical limitations he now has. So what it would take me to walk that course or any other pro golfer, it takes him probably 4 times as much energy and effort to walk that golf course. So for him to finish at even par for the tournament, if I'm going to look at that and say, wow, it's probably 4 times harder for him today versus everybody else. He's a bit older and physically he's got some challenges now. So he's lugging around his kind of broken down body and other people aren't. So I'm estimating it's 4 times more difficult for him to move. So he's putting in 4 times more energy to move. Therefore, he's going to sweat a lot more than everybody else. Now, he's always sweat, but also has a history of mentally focusing better than any other golfer on the planet. Mental focus drains you physically, emotionally, mentally. You will lose weight when you're focusing and concentrating hard. You'll lose more weight than when you don't. If you're just sitting around on the couch eating potato chips, that's not emotionally challenging. But if you sit around and you focus and you play chess or something really mentally draining, and you're not like stuffing your face with bad food, you're going to trim up really good. More than if you didn't. So mental focus has shown to help you even lose weight. Okay, so he's mentally been more focused than any other golfer on the planet for many, many years. Now, physically, it takes him more energy to walk. So all that being said, like it showed just by his perspiration. If you were watching the event, I mean, he's toweling off, he's dripping. You're like, is this guy playing in a different location than everybody else? But that's what was going on. It was just physically more challenging for him. So 8 months of none of that, you're going to bulk up and puff up. So I don't think there's anything suspicious going on here other than just that. Eat food, work out, bulk up. And now that he's going to play more, you're going to see him thin out more often than not. But he's going to play a lot less, so he has a lot of recovery time. He talks about that. He needs more recovery. So he wants to play once a month. That'd be awesome. That'd be, 10 tournaments a year during the course of the year? 8? That'd be great. I'd love to see that. So that's exciting news. Let's look at how he performed here. Like, what are the stats from Tiger? Well, strokes gained off the tee. So his tee shots, he was 4th in the field. Now he finished, 18th or something at even par. There's only 20 players in the field. But against the best players in the world, Scheffler and Justin Thomas, strokes gained off the tee, he ranked 4th. And that's a very promising stat. That means he's driving the ball in play and he's picking up strokes on the field in that space. Approach, short, strokes gained, approach to the green, he was last in the field. All right, he's rusty. That's not a problem. He's just rusty. He'll shake that off. Around the green, again, he was lower on the list. So just not playing. He hasn't played. So to not play and then to compete at this level and to finish even par, it's pretty good. You don't go play for 8 months. Let me know what happens. We'd be scrambling trying to break 100. Putting, he was toward the bottom in the field on putting. And driving accuracy was 12th. So he's got some promising things here to look at. And if we look at that, like the rest of it is just knocking the rust off, shaking the cobwebs loose, getting in competition tournament mode again. It was great to see. I'm not going to worry about all the other stuff out there in terms of what he may or may not be doing physically. It doesn't matter. What matters is we got Tiger playing. He's exciting to watch. He moves the needle in golf. And I'm so glad the TGL is gone and hopefully stays gone forever, because we all, I think, can agree that it's much more exciting to watch Tiger actually play real golf than do this. I don't even know what it was going to be, but thank goodness the roof collapsed on that thing, because watching him play in this environment is so much better than him playing in a video game, which is that's what that thing was going to be. This is watchable stuff that we can all enjoy. The other stuff, no one's going to tune in. We're going to it's just going to be a sad, downgrade from reality. Other people might be more exciting in that environment. Like some YouTube golfers might be more exciting in the indoor kind of space than pro golfers. We like the pro golfers doing the pro golf thing. We like the entertaining people doing entertaining things. So let's kind of stick to our lanes here. We don't need pro golf indoors doing the stuff. We need to see Tiger doing what he's doing. That was exciting. Let me know. We think he's going to play out in Riviera to kick off the year? You know, we got the Hawaii swing, but then they immediately go to LA at Riviera, and Tiger basically hosts that event too. So that's going to be, I think, his first stop. It's a tougher walk. Riviera's going to be a tougher walk for him, but we're going to see Tiger again at the PNC Championship coming up in a couple weeks, and then we're going to see in the beginning of the year, I believe we're going to see Tiger at Riviera. He kind of insinuated that that's where he'll be. So was a great weekend for golf. Loved every minute of it. Let me know your thoughts. Links below for everything. Great discounts for you. Check it out. See you soon.